Alrighty. Hey students. Okay, this here is level 1 of solving linear equations. Okay, we're going to do a few problems and then I'm going to let you guys work on your own. Okay, so let's get started. When we look at this problem here in the green, we see 2 minus 5a equals negative 13. Okay, so with the level 1 linear equations, if you notice, there's nothing that we need to simplify with this equation. Alright, we don't have to worry about combining like terms, or we don't have to worry about distribution. Okay, so that's why I call this one level 1. So let's start off by creating our wall to separate the two sides. Okay, so let's create this wall here. I draw this little line here. I know my wall is not the straightest, but it is what it is. So we're separating the two sides, understanding one thing, that the two sides are currently balanced. Alright, negative 13 is currently equal to 2 minus 5a. It is balanced. So you got to picture this. Alright, picture a balancing beam. Okay, think about some type of balancing beam or scale. Alright, and if there's 10 pounds of weight on one side and 10 pounds on the right side, then it is currently balanced, right? Just like these equations. These equations right now are currently have the perfect amount of weight on both sides. Okay, now if I take away 1 pound from the left side of the balancing beam, then what's going to happen to the balancing beam? It's not going to be balanced anymore, right? One side is going to tip over. Well, until I take another pound, take 1 pound from the right side, so currently now I have 9 pounds on the left and 9 pounds on the right, it's balanced again. So when you're doing these problems here, you have to really think about a balancing beam. So you have to understand that anything you do to this side, if you add a number, subtract a number, multiply a number, divide a number, you have to do the exact same thing to this side here in order for the balancing beam to remain balanced, okay? Or for the equation to remain equal. So let's go ahead and solve. Now what are we solving for? In this particular problem, we are solving for the variable a. Okay, we want to get a all by itself. Now, of course, we know the answer. The answer is 3. But what are the steps to take to get to where a is equal to 3? Well, in order to get a by itself, first we need to get rid of this 2 here. Okay, this is a positive 2. So in order to get rid of this 2 and to move this 2 to the other side of the line, we have to subtract by 2. Okay, when you add these two numbers together, positive 2 minus 2 is equal to how much? My line is just so terrible. I'm sorry. Let's straighten that up. Is equal to 0. You see, we got rid of it. We canceled it out. That's exactly what we wanted to do. But now that we subtract the 2 on this side, the equation is no longer balanced. We have to subtract 2 on this side too to keep it balanced. Okay, now it's back equal again. So when we rewrite this equation, we have a negative 5a is equal to, what is negative 13 minus 2, same signs. When you're adding or subtracting integers, same signs, you have to add those numbers together. Okay, so negative 13 is basically adding negative 2, which adds up to a negative 15. Okay, so right here we have negative 5a, which is the same as negative 5 times a. It means the same thing. Okay, negative 5 times a and negative 5a means the same thing. So we're dealing with a multiplication here. So we need to do the opposite of multiplication, which is, right, division. We have to divide. Now, what are we dividing by? Because we're trying to get a all by itself. We have to divide by -5. We want the a to stay there. But when we divide by -5, -5 divided by -5 cancels out. It cancels out because it's equal to 1. And 1 times any number is that number. So it's the same as saying it just cancels out. So whatever we do to one side, if we divide it by -5, we have to also do the same to the other side. Divide by -5. Okay? So now we have a is equal to, what's -15 divided by -5? Correct. Negative divided by negative is always a positive number. It is a +3. The same answer there. So that's how we get to that problem.